All right, Earthlings. It's another Wheel of Time teaser drop. And of course, the Thundering Dice Brothers have to take a look at it and react to it and do some breakdown and wild speculation and all the overreaction that fans have to do.
Absolutely. But before we get into the fun, do please like, comment, and subscribe down below.
Without further ado, the following is an exclusive sneak peek from Amazon Prime and the Thundering Dice Brothers.
Yeah.
So we open up at a rainy Tarvalin. The Grey Tower.
I mean, Moraine is banished from the tower only to come back when Suan calls her back.
Because
on the
she was
Oath Rod.
compelled to through the Oath Rod, right. And here, so the last time we saw our characters, they were all in Falma. At least Moraine was with Rand and
Perrin
Egwene
and Matt.
Actually, though,
Everyone pretty
all
much.
the Eminfielder were there. So this is obviously some time has passed. They're back in Tarvalin, and Ian's right. She is banished, so
This is one of those tricky things that, like,
how'd she get back? Why is she back? What's going on?
Yeah.
It's time, Mother.
I like those tattoos.
I know, right?
I wonder what they symbolize. They're like fisherman tattoos in the out of tier.
Today isn't about her.
That's kind of what I hope.
Interesting. So she said she'll do all right, and today isn't about her. So clearly she has foreknowledge of what Swan and Co. are planning.
Yeah. Either that or... No, it has to be foreknowledge, because that's the only one you would say it isn't about her.
Yeah. Leandrin's back. Some more reds.
The Eminence requested a sitting of the hall. She's called you to the floor.
I have a few matters I'd like to raise before the hall myself.
We stand with you, sister, no matter the charges.
Ooh, yeah, there we go. Some White Tower divisions already, no matter the charges.
Yeah, basically saying you could be anything, and we will still stand with you. Very, very...
I wonder if they even conceive of the notion that there are dark friends among the Aes Sedai, Black Aja, because...
Oh, no, they definitely don't. I mean,
in
like,
the books, it's huge taboo.
Yeah, if you mention the Black Aja, I mean, and you're not an Aes Sedai, you'll get, like, a spanking because of that. And if you are an Aes Sedai, you better tread really carefully by saying that name.
Yeah. I mean, when it actually comes up later on in the books that they're hunting Black Aja in the tower, you know, this is coming from Elida, so different Emerlin. She is so hesitant. She's like tiptoeing around, calling Elvira and Black Aja, and then the Red Sisters that she tasks with finding misdeeds in the White Tower. Even they are like fearful. They're like, does she really mean Black Aja? It's really, really taboo. It's like, it's probably the worst insult you can give an Aes Sedai, I would imagine.
Yes.
Because they're sworn to be servants of all, and they're supposed to be the servants of the light, essentially.
Where are we going? And why?
Always plan for the worst, my sisters. That way all your surprises will be pleasant ones.
So that's a new character. I don't think she's been in the last...
No, I don't recognize her. That's Varen.
Yep. And her two warders.
What if the others are...
And a little boob action for Robert Jordan's sake.
You know, men can't enter the hall.
I like her dresses and stuff. I'm not gonna lie. All her stuff that she wears is super, like, opulent and shiny and over the top.
Yeah.
She's the only one that seems to have personality. Her and Leandrin, actually, in their dress.
Yeah.
And then Swan doesn't count because it's all ceremonial stuff, and you can't really...
Judge
it's not personal taste. That's just ceremonial, I assume.
Yeah.
Mother has closed it to all who are non-sitters.
Someone noticed mother, not the mother.
Mother.
But just mother, like you're talking about your mother. Like,
Yeah.
Mother has called us for dinner. Mother has called us to the hall.
And she has a plan for the rest.
Oh, man, they look smug, don't they?
We are
God.
ready.
Mother has deemed this a sitting sealed to the hall and to the Red Aja.
Every sitter has the right to speak in the hall.
Only 11 sitters are required by tradition.
That's such a great callback, honestly, to what they do to depose Swan in the books. They follow the letter of the law just like that, by only having 11 sitters and excluding the ones that would support Swan, and they depose her that way and still her in the books.
Yeah,
Curious to see how they play that out here, if Swan ends up being stilled and banished as well. But yeah, they are combining that. They're bringing that in there. I kind of like that.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of a nod to the fans, like, yeah, we're going to show like the hubris that was used to bring down Swan initially is the same thing that Swan is going to be using to bring down the Black Aja or expose them or something like that. It's an interesting little subversion of the story.
And whilst I do like the subversion of the story and the callback to the way Swan gets deposed, I just, like, thinking about it from the outside, having this reversed is a really stupid idea for her to do this, because she is, whatever she's about to do should be shown to as many people as possible. You don't necessarily want to call in Leandrin, especially for those who know the books, wink wink, nudge nudge, and those who've watched season 2. You get a pretty good idea about what might be about to happen. But this is something that I would think that you would want everyone to see, so there is no doubt the record is clear. Sealing it to the hall and only having the 11 sitters, strategically interesting move, but I think ultimately will backfire on you, because, you know, you're following...
It'll cause division.
Exactly. The letter of the law and the spirit of the law are not the same things.
It'll allow rumor to spread. It'll allow more cracks. It'll undermine the Amerlin's authority and the trustworthiness of the seat. Yeah, I think I see what they're doing here, how they're trying to bring it into what happens in the White Tower, but at an accelerated pace.
Yeah.
You know, the stuff that happens in the White Tower takes books to get through.
Yeah.
Leandrin Sedai will speak for the Reds today, but you will not hear her.
So the rest of the Red sitters are excluded.
Dangerous.
Attend you all, she comes. The Watcher of the Seals, the Flame of Tarvalon, the Amelin Seat.
So there are 3 sitters per Aja.
Yep.
Leandrin's not a sitter for the Red, is she, in the books? She's just
No.
bog standard man-hating Red.
Yeah.
Who else is a Dark Friend?
Yeah.
Okay, word. So the 3 that are back there are the actual sitters. So that does make sense that one of them is Pavara, because Pavara is one of the sitter, and she was a sitter before the Tower Break and is after the Tower Break as well. And then Elida does shenanigans and gets her out because other reasons that become clear later.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's continue.
Leandrin Sedai, do you know why I have called you here today?
Because you wish to silence me.
Dressed up like Liberace.
No secret. I've never courted your favor. And frankly, I'm glad...
It's a cool costume she's wearing. It's a badass dress.
Yeah, I really like the 2 dresses that are, like, overlapping, basically. You have the overcoat, where it's just pure red, and then the undercoat, which is black and red, with the interesting red streaks coming down, kind of like blood streaks. It is very visually appealing and extremely stark. Costume design so far in season 3, what we're seeing right now, is really on the mark.
And I kind of like the aesthetic, or the this is me projecting probably, but almost like the red Aja veil is coming off to reveal what she truly is. The black streaked with red, the half removed.
No, you're not projecting. That's like 100% what the costume department was going for.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Knowing what I now do about you, I accuse you, Mother.
All right, this gets turned around way too fast, though. Like, if she's obviously going to be in a position of, like, on trial or going to get a talking to, her being able to switch it that quickly to, actually, haha, no matter what you say, I'm going to start out by calling you something.
Yeah.
Too quick.
Yeah, you would think that, like no, I'm going to hear the charges first, and then when everything seems against me, I'm going to spin the plot against you to put you off balance. Not yet. Like, you shouldn't reveal... Leandrin shouldn't reveal her cards this quickly.
Yeah.
Breaking Tower custom and law.
Oh, dear.
Then continue, daughter, and I will answer.
Aes Sedai Serenity.
And Aes Sedai cannot lie.
Yes.
A month ago, Mother called 13 sisters to Kyrian for some unknown purpose. In the chaos that followed, as the city burned, it became clear that Mother had met Moraine Sedai, whom she banished from the tower, and a young man who could channel, Rand al-Thor, who proclaimed himself Dragon Reborn in Falm. Mother met him. The man this tower is duty-bound to cage and control.
Ooh, yeah, that is the fatal flaw of all the Aes Sedai thinking. I'm glad they're bringing it in this, because it is something that even Moraine is guilty of, Siuan is guilty of, all the other Aes Sedai, whether tacit or out loud approval for this, they all think that that's what needs to happen with the dragon. The dragon needs to be found and captured and controlled and guided in whatever way the tower sees fit towards their ultimate goal of defeating the Dark One at Tarmangaiden.
Yeah, even Katsuane at the end has that same fatal flaw that she needs to be the one to guide him. It's like, the hubris of the Aes Sedai always makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. They're their own worst enemies.
That willingly let him escape.
It's a stark accusation.
Man, that sound, that ding ding, that ringing sound, it's so great. It's what all the judges in Star Trek have, the lamest gavels. Ding, ding, I wish someone would have had something cool like that. I know, totally non sequitur,
cool
guys, but
banging. I think there should be a little more bass in it, so when she strikes it, you get just the faintest hint of a thunder crack.
Yeah,
that would have I mean, it's really cool, but it just needs that small little pinch of salt.
If you had proof that these accusations were true, then the Hall would have no choice but to restrict my authority, decree a penance, or even depose me. But I know what most women in this Hall do not.
Oh! See, actually, I didn't catch this when I first watched this 5 seconds ago, but the way she says it, if you had any proof that these accusations were true. So the way she's phrasing it is already setting up the fact that Leandrin is lying, which goes back to when Varen hears this. She tilts her head in a really weird way and be like, wait, what did you just say? So I think then right there, Varen gets the first impression that oh shit, something is wrong. I mean, either she knows or she doesn't know. It's hard to say without seeing everything. But the way her face went makes me think that she doesn't know what he's about to say, but knows the truth about what happened in Kyrian.
Mm-hmm.
That you, Leandrin Garale, can break the 3 oaths. You have sworn yourself to the Shadow.
Ooh.
You are a dark friend.
I like the acting there. I think
that smirk too.
The smirk is great. I mean, but when you actually catch her,
you, Leandrin Garale, can break the 3 oaths. You have sworn yourself to the Shadow.
Yeah, Siuan right there. She's accusing him, but you can also see that she's mortified about it,
Yeah.
This is
there's no the condemnation has not yet reached reached
or triumph either,
or triumph has not reached her voice. It's just oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually saying these words in front of everyone.
Yep.
You are a dark friend.
But this is madness. You see what she will do to silence me.
And it's interesting. She doesn't say no. just says, "This is madness." You'll see what you can see what she'll do to silence me. Big tell.
Yeah.
You have no proof.
Also, right there, you have no proof. And Aes Sedai can't speak a word that she believes isn't true. So by her saying this, unless she herself is sworn to the shadow, means that she believes that you are a dark friend.
Yep, and it's true. You literally are physically incapable of telling a lie. Like the Sanshan test this on Aes Sedai they capture, and they try to get them to say just normal lies, like looking at something that's yellow and saying it's green. And during these tests, the Aes Sedai are like choking to death because they literally can't speak and they can't breathe, and the conflict is tearing them apart. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
The hall calls Nynaeve Elmira to the floor, whom Leandrin kidnapped and sold to the Shan-Chan.
I wonder why it's Nynaeve and not Egwene.
The reason I would say is that Egwene is with Rand in the Waste right now. That is my guess. Is she is not there to be produced as a witness.
And it's very interesting that Egwene, if that's the case, this is so Rand goes straight to the Waste. It sounds like from Falma.
My guess, yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll have some kind of a reason and a way. I'm sure it's not just 4 episodes of him humping through the Waste. So yeah, that's interesting, and because Egwene is the one that you would think was bought and sold. Nynaeve was attempted, and she escaped, and then they, attempt to free Egwene, and of course Egwene Mary sues her way out of that by herself for some reason, instead of the way that it is in the book, where she's helped by her friends and the bonds they share.
Yeah, and then
way better way to do it, actually, guys. Show the support structures of your characters. Show how their relationships grow and change. Don't just give one person like silly powers that aren't supposed to be endowed to them.
It's even worse than that too, because she even stands toe to toe with Ishamael for way too long at that point of her power arc, because she is still basically like a noob and has not, she's probably like, what, 10-15% of her full power potential, and she stands toe-to-toe with the Forsaken for like 30 seconds before she finally more or less gets overcome and Rand is able to take over.
And if any of the Emmonsfield Wonder Girls were going to do that, it would be Nynaeve.
Yeah.
Nynaeve is the only one who stands toe-to-toe with the Forsaken multiple times and wins. Egwene never does, in my recollection, until the very, very end of the novels, and in that time she has a giantly powerful Sa'angreal that she's using, and that's not relevant to this right here at all.
Yeah, the only time she stands toe-to-toe with the Forsaken is in the World of Dreams.
True. Masana and a few others. Yep, that's right. Oh, wait, hang on. She's wearing white. Did she have a banded hem on her dress?
Go back. I don't think so.
Sold to the Shan-Chan.
No.
It's just...
Why is she wearing white again? She's an accepted, unless they demoted her.
But they're... this
That's
was really
weird.
hard to say, yeah.
And they don't show her hands, so I can't see if she's wearing a ring.
Yeah. Oh, there's the careful glances that I missed the first time.
Yeah, all those significant glances between all the... once you continue to watch, you see those are all the dark friends. And they're all side-eyeing each other, getting ready for their...
What's about to unfold.
Yeah.
I tried.
Who is she talking to when she says that, and what does it mean? I tried. You tried to do what, and who is that meant for?
Yeah, because it's like... I mean, like, even if you wanted to take the idea that it's just her speaking to herself, it doesn't really make sense.
No.
Yeah, like she has to be speaking to someone and trying to accomplish something specific here. Because she gives up way too easily. I mean, like, she doesn't even try to mount a defense as soon as Nynaeve comes. So it's like, I almost kind of wonder if she was even meant to mount a defense.
Yeah. Or had she been... well, no, because... Yeah, continue on. No, that's... Dumb train of thought.
You dare use the power against your sisters in this hall?
Sadness. Not anger yet.
No, yeah, sadness. Now anger comes, I think.
You have betrayed us all, and now you will be tried still and give up every member of the Black Archer before you die.
Dope.
Yeah.
You're right.
The polka dot dress, man. Oh, that was funny.
Join me.
It just took me out of it for a second. Now. Yeah, Leanne. Oh, see, you know Baldy's a bad girl. Look at her. She looks sinister. Looks like Nosferatu.
And why do so many of the other sitters just sit there for 15 seconds as a fight is going on? I mean, like I don't even give a crap. Like, shell shock doesn't work here. You'd be like, oh my god, they're just really surprised. No. They've like already seen Leandrin try to channel things. As soon as that happened, every single one of them would have embraced the source instinctively, because they know that shit has just gone down. Nothing like this has ever happened in recorded Tower of history, and if it has, it's been scrubbed from the history, so no one knows. So like, this is unprecedented. It would be a lot more of a shit show. This would be a melee right now. No one would know necessarily where to fight. Like, they wouldn't have stood in a circle. They would have started lashing at each other.
Well, it is the great failing of fight choreography when you have multiple people fighting. If you actually pay attention to those scenes, it's pretty funny how the guys in the back are sometimes just standing around or waiting their turn to rush in, or are just kind of waving around and fighting at the air. So choreography has to work its way around that sometimes, and I'm guessing their way of moving around that was everybody sit here in stunned silence for 15 seconds before you jump into action. And power.
Yeah.
Because they're all coming in now. Oh!
Cut in half. Like, that's
pretty metal.
Right?
Oh, okay, so she has the bands on the hem. I was looking for on the hem of her skirt. Okay, it's actually on the arms of her dress, and she is wearing the ring, so she still is an accepted. So that makes sense. And watch her get blocked here. Yep, can't find the power. She's not angry.
I don't know, though. I kind of feel like that would have been in anger enough.
Get away from the door. You will not.
Yeah, I mean, 90's pretty good about, and maybe it's a little of a Deus Machina for her, but she's pretty good about getting angry and sort of summoning up her anger at will. And I think that just looking at Leandrin would have been enough to get her pissed.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, she sold Egwene,
into slavery.
Into slavery. She like Nynaeve knows what happened to Egwene. I mean, like everything to make her furious at this moment is present. I mean, like all that, Leandrin, her life is in danger. Rocks start falling. They made it. Yeah, she should have just train wrecked through them all.
Yeah. But that wasn't the point of that scene, I don't think.
No, definitely not.
And I killed you, fool. Move.
Brave men.
Seriously.
Get it, Swan. Ooh, what was that weave? That looks sick. That was one of the evil sisters.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Alright, this is sick. Oh, I wonder what she did to her, what that weave was.
Yeah, that's a lot of blood to get choked out.
And that's smart, using objects. That's a demon dread action right there later on in the books.
Yep.
He's like one of the only channelers that does that for some reason. Everyone else is too concerned with battles.
Yeah.
With like the power battle.
What's happening in the hall? That we should help the Amelin.
We are. On the other side of this.
Don't trust her.
Depository. I thought it didn't
Shifty Red Aja little person.
I can't protect these alone.
See, that's pretty dope.
A little, pot calling the kettle black, though, here.
No!
Thank the light. Jane.
Oh, nope, Jane Cade.
Yep.
Super evil. Oh, dang. Oh, she just took him down. Like, that was, I didn't notice that the first watch through. She
just straight just kills them.
Yeah, and you see that stuff, like, a lot of the Aes Sedai seem to make big gestures. Nah, she's just like, boom, short to the point, like, swiftly done. All right, if that is Pavara, pretty cool. Not as old as I would have expected, but Aes Sedai, it's hard to tell.
And then also, like, I mean, like if this is Pavara, I really hope that Androl comes a lot sooner, because his character is one of the most fascinating, just random drop-ins that Brandon Sanderson did into the
double
storyline.
bonding that Brandon Sanderson introduced was one of the neatest ideas that he added to the story.
Yeah. So, like, I really hope, if that is her, I really hope he comes either in this season or, like, the next season, because there's a host of, you know, things that you can explore with those two characters. I mean, the fact that it's, you know, like a Red Woman, an Ajaman bonding together, I mean, double bonding, as you said, just the whole thing, the way they escape from a boatload of different scenarios, like there's a lot of play that you can have fun with. So I really hope that he comes a lot sooner than later.
Dude, Jean Kate's kind of hot, not gonna lie.
Right?
I can feel it. I can feel them dying.
And mad.
It's so good.
That's fucking terrifying, man.
Yeah, like she's like fucking smiling and clear.
She's
like,
like
I can
getting
feel them
off
dying
on the bond. Like, yeah, that's not how the bond is supposed to work. That's crazy weird. Pavara's like, fuck no, bitch.
She's super powerful too.
Father has asked us to protect these objects, whatever the cost, no matter who or what comes for them.
Okay, so that's cool. I don't know what it is, but it kind of looks like dice, which makes me think of Matt.
Yeah, it looks like multiple dice stacked together. Yeah, it makes me think of Matt. And then that Vembrace that they showed in the previous frame, I'm going to... I'm going to probably say it's a male Adam. Like, that's my guess, just straight off the bat.
It's because it's the scenario of Chekhov's gun. Why show us an object if it means nothing? So they showed us two things of particular significance, probably. What looked like dice, so Matt's going to get something there, probably. And these bracers, or a bracer, maybe the male Adam, which... Weird to find it in the White Tower, because canonically in the book, it's found in Tanshiko, in basically what's a museum inside of the Ponarch's palace. But I understand we're speedrunning and shifting some things around. If that is the bracer, all right,
dope,
cool. It looks a lot different than I anticipated, but why not?
Yeah.
Whatever the cost.
Or it's just some other sangreal, you know.
Yeah.
That dildo-looking thing back there probably isn't a dildo.
Finally, I don't have to listen to your bullshit.
So I wonder who she is. Like, what?
Wait, because you just saw Varen block that weave. You know, like, if you go back, actually, that's how quick she was. She blocks the weave from going to her head. Like, I didn't catch that the first time, but holy shit.
Finally, I don't have to listen to your bullshit anymore.
Or maybe not.
No, I think that's just her startle.
It's hard to
but
say.
What is that weave?
My guess is...
some kind of compulsion?
Compulsion.
Alright, so these are the Tarangreal that in the books are stolen by the Black Aja and taken away, and a lot of them are Dream Tarangreal. A lot of them are unknown what they do. That one that was a flat disc that had a spiral on it, we know that's a Dream Tarangreal. You can channel into it, a Weave of Spirit, and you can enter Teleron Riyadh. So that's obviously going to be used. So Teleron Riyadh moments between Egwene and Black Sisters is definitely in the future.
Yeah, and apparently Suan fucks Leandrin a lot more than I realized, because now I realize this, she's actually getting healed.
Yeah, she's getting healed there. Yeah,
the burns are. And
she got messed up.
Right there, that's smart, using the back to attack.
Oh, damn. Got wrecked. Way to go, Alana. And then here's Leon just straight up wrecking shit with her staff. Man, there's some violence there.
I love the blood splat on the camera.
Right. God, she looks rough there.
Yeah, she does.
No. Somehow the Black Aja are better at working together than all the Aes Sedai. It sucks.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, I know.
And Moraine's just watching this entire time.
I wonder what she thinks.
Yeah.
Because why is she there?
Quick, get to the docks.
Get to the chopper. And they're all walking too slowly, though.
No, yeah, there's no sense of urgency.
Quick, get to the docks!
You'd
Proceeds
be running.
to walk slowly and stately.
You'd all be running like, let's go, 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 go!
Yeah, exactly.
How can so many be sworn to the shadow?
Yeah. It turns out that this isn't even all of them. We don't know for sure what the numbers are ever, but the numbers are staggering, and you have like kind of two major reveals in the books as to who is a Dark Friend and who isn't in the White Tower. This is the first one, or representative of the first one. In the books, 13 Aes Sedai do murder and theft and escape, and that actually happens well before this stuff. Like, this isn't,
and it definitely doesn't happen in this way either. They're a lot more stealthy about it.
The way that this basically happens is Elida co-opts the Red and a bunch of other sitters, enough of them, 11 in fact, to meet in secret and depose Elida. Swan, sorry, yes. And then as soon as they depose Swan, they kill her warder, and the tower splits with the Blue Aja and a bunch of more sane Aes Sedai fleeing, leaving the White Tower over in the control of the Reds and the Blacks, actually.
Yeah.
Unknowingly. But then the second big reveal of the Black Sisters happens when Egwene exposes them all in Saladar, and then again in Saladar, and then does another one when they get back to the White Tower again. So there's 3, but anyway, this is a big one. This is the big one, actually. This is the one that kind of sparks it all.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that we're going to see White Tower split in this season.
Yeah,
we're going to see whatever Swan's fate is, whether it be stilling again or some kind of weird shielding like what happened to Moraine that she broke through.
Well, technically Rand breaks through the shielding for her.
That's right, which, okay.
Whatever.
Fine. Making shit up again, aren't we?
Fine. Split up. We cannot let them leave this city.
So in the books, Adelius dies.
Yeah.
And Vandine goes kind of nuts.
Who are you?
See, this is why I think Varen's able to block it, because she doesn't know who she is, but she still knows who Adelius is.
She looks pretty normal, and then obviously Adelius is messed up somehow.
Either blocked it, like, mostly, or that's probably, like, mostly is my guess.
Or she was ready for it because she... Alright, I mean, obviously, everyone who's watching this should know, spoilers. Varen is, like, undercover Black Aja, basically. So she may have been privy to what was going to happen. And so the weave didn't actually... It was never meant for her.
Yeah. Yeah. But
that's wild speculation because...
I'm not so confident on that one.
Who is her? Is she? We don't really know her name. I mean, some of them we know, like... Green Aja back there is Jean Cade. And then we know, obviously, Leandrin. But there are 7 others with her? 6 others with them?
Where else I could carry?
Oh, looking haggard and walking through. How's no one, like, worried about the streets? Why are the streets so...
Yeah, like, everything would be in chaos, because, I mean, like the White Tower is literally in...
Exploding.
Smoke is pouring out of it. Everyone in Tarvalon would be freaking the fuck out.
And there's a complement of guardsmen that like, the tower guard is several thousand strong.
Like, everything...
Where
they would all be sealed.
That's one of the problems that shows like this deal with, is getting crowds, getting people, getting... the sense of actual life and urgency into fantastic cities like this. Because 90% of this set isn't there. Obviously, they didn't build it, unfortunately. And even if they did build it, it'd be probably too small to really get a sense of actual scale. So having a few people run around is fine, but you kind of miss the actual chaos that would ensue there. Think about what happened in New York City on 9/11. Was it 14 people running around screaming, or was it several million people running around screaming?
Yeah, and... this is a little bit of a side because you just kind of reminded me of it. Tarvalon is Ogier built.
Yeah.
This looks way too much shaped like human hands. I mean, the blocks themselves don't necessarily all have a smooth facade. It's not... I mean, like, it's very nice looking. I definitely agree.
It's very well... It's very skilled, and there's a lot of carvings, and there are a lot of frescoes and stuff.
But it isn't beautiful enough.
It doesn't look like it's organic.
Yeah, yeah.
Though... maybe this is a part of Tarvalon that was built later, because the Ogier built Tarvalon 3,000 years before the events of this show. So this may have been urban sprawl in an attempt to copy it, whereas the tower itself
we know definitely is Ogier built, but the rest of it is left up into interpretation.
Yeah.
You are very right.
She looks like a badass, doesn't she? Something about her.
Yeah, Alana's just fucking great.
I like what they did with the Alana character here. She's a lot more likable in this show than she is in the books. In the books, she's very important for reasons that you don't like.
Yeah.
You know, she's kind of a bitch, and she's definitely kind of rapey.
Yeah, this actually...
I mean, she bonds Rand without his control,
I was right about to ask
their version of rape.
No, yeah, like I know, I was right about to ask that though. Like, I wonder if her bonding Rand is still going to happen.
It should.
Well, it should.
Alana's a big part of the story so far, so it makes sense to include important character moments.
True, but like, I wonder if that's still going to happen.
Well,
yeah,
and
or if maybe it already has.
Or
at this point too, we don't know.
Is she going to be in? No, that would be really weird if Alana had bonded Rand already, because in the books, Alana bonds Rand well after Alana and Varen are leaving the Two Rivers after the Trolloc and White Cloak incident there.
True.
Which happens
farther
at some point in this season, I guess, actually. So I don't know. I'm wondering if Alana is not going to be in the Two Rivers or Varen, because this all happens.
But we know her. But we know at least one of her warders is
yeah.
there. So
so Alana definitely gets there.
You're never gonna. They would never split up.
You're right. Man, look at that power pose Jean Cade's got in the back there. Like, she looks way too pleased with herself.
Yeah, no, seriously. I mean, with arms behind her back and that smile.
Oh, like, you know she's going to be a great villain.
Yes.
So dramatic. Wow, you'd never do that in real life.
No, it's ridiculous.
Wait for my command!
All right, everyone. That was the first 11 minutes that we get to see of Season 3. So, what are we thinking, Sven?
Well, I've got to say, pretty hyped about it. This looks great. This looks so much more... There was a lot of investment. Unless this was the entire CGI budget of this show.
Oh, God.
Which, hopefully it wasn't. Hopefully they didn't show us the only good part of it. But that was an epic power battle.
Yes.
We saw the physicality of power battles, too. You know, the internal organs spluttering out of Leandrin's mouth was pretty metal. Getting cut in half by a weave of air, I'm assuming, was badass. Yeah. That weird, crazy spinning weave that the Nosferatu-looking dame shot out, that was pretty cool. We see Leanne just go to town on a Black Sister, like smashing her skull in with her staff. Badass. I do like the events that they're kind of putting together there. I was wondering how they're going to deal with Leandrin's reveal and Swan's the reveal of Swan knowingly aiding and abetting the Dragon Reborn and hiding it from the tower. So we saw a glimpse of what's going to happen there. This was cool, and from seeing the trailer and seeing this,
I have a lot more confidence now.
I really think that this is them trying to get events back on track after the stumbling of the first season, finding footing in the second season. Maybe the third season is actually, they've learned to walk, now they can run, sort of part of the show. They found the third season has hit the show's stride, hopefully. If this is indicative of the rest of the season, pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, definitely. And they chose a very good scene to start this off with. Not because, because of everything that you said, too, but because there's none of like the main characters like Rand or Matt or Perrin or Egwene or Nynaeve really. She just shows up, but she doesn't really do anything like important. So you leave all like the main characters, like what they're doing on the side, and you just show this one very pivotal scene in the White Tower, setting up a buttload of speculation on our end and everyone else who is watching. So it's a very clever scene to choose to do this with.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, there's none of the Emmons Field Wonder Kids are in it. You're right, and it never really occurred to me that was intentional. I didn't think on it. That is very smart. Yeah, it leaves a lot of mystery, a lot of
intrigue to go for,
opportunity for speculation.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to March 13th. I think that's going to be I've got cautious optimism building, I think.
I've got hopeful optimism building. I mean, like, not necessarily that they're going to be 100% faithful to the books and all the wrongs of season 1 and 2 will be rewrited or be righted and stuff like that. But just based on this 11 minutes, that 11 minutes is the best 11 minutes of both seasons that I've seen so far.
That looked better than any of the finales we've seen, especially the disappointing season 2 finale. I mean, I know people have mixed emotions about the way that the season 2 ended in that battle between Ishamael and Rand and Egwene and, you know, all the Emond's Fielders. It got them all together again, but the way that the fight goes down never sat well with me, and I actually thought it was pretty anticlimactic. This should have been Rand's moment to defeat him, not a bunch of other people contributing weirdly. No. So this looks better than any finale power battle thing that we've seen in the previous 2 seasons. I agree.
Yeah, and that scene, like, everything that was happening gave me, like, the Game of Thrones, holy shit, what just happened kind of vibe.
I actually got some goosebumps off of that scene, which I don't think I got on a single scene ever in the previous 2 seasons.
Yeah, me neither.
All right, guys, and as always, we have to remind ourselves, and so by accessory, you guys, we are watching a different turning of the wheel here, is how I care to think about the story as being told on screen. There is the Wheel of Time, the saga that we know of in the books. This is another turning. Future or past, doesn't matter. It's going to be slightly different. So, with that in mind, it makes it easier to swallow some of the changes.
Yes, and I like to look at it as mirrors of the wheel, the book, and the way the portal stones reflect different versions of the turnings of the wheel, what could happen. That's the way I like to interpret this show. So that's how we divorce the books from the show in our own minds.
And
let us know how you guys do it.
It helps me enjoy the show a little bit more when I do that, because I will always have the books.
Yes, and ironically, this is the one show that I can do this with, because I can't divorce like Rings of Power from the actual lore of Lord of the Rings, because not to say that I'm not super invested in Wheel of Time either, but my love for like Lord of the Rings goes like, you know, it's basically fucking god level. This shit is like king level, you know. But yeah. I liked, but no, yes, like seriously, yeah, this was fucking good. I'm pretty fucking psyched. I cannot wait until the 13th.
And thanks everyone for tuning in and watching with us. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. Let us know in the comments what you think about this 11 minutes, and we'll catch up again soon.
See you next time, guys.
Well, that's all we've got today. Thanks for watching.
Like, comment, and subscribe down below.
And we will catch you next time.